I'm Sarah Young, and we're going to be talking about cotton and its effects on air quality. So, the issue here is that cotton is one of the most grown non food crops around the world, and globally, it is used to produce approximately half of all of our clothing. Therefore, the effects of cotton production on the environment are very widespread. One of the major factors of air pollution right now is the use of pesticides while the cotton is being grown, and other exhaust chemicals to grow and manufacture cotton, as well as to ship it from place to place. These chemicals directly impact our air quality around the globe. The chemicals that are being polluted into the air adversely affect the desired chemical composition of the Earth's atmosphere, and that's where it's kind of hurting us. Altered air quality not only affects the health of humankind and animals, but also has negative effects on plant quality. So can be traced back to 3000 BC, where it was first grown, spun, and woven in the Indus River Valley. By 800 AD, cotton cloth was brought to Europe by Arab merchants, and it kind of spread around the globe from there. In 1492, Columbus discovered cotton growing in the Bahamas. By 1500, cotton was grown and recognized around the world. In 1556 and 1607, cotton was introduced in America, in Florida and Virginia. And in 1616, cotton was grown by the colonists living in Virginia. In 1730, the first machine was made to process cotton, and it was in England and it was used to spin the cotton. In 1739, a patent was secured by Eli Whitney on the first cotton gin that could make work be done 10 times faster. Another machine called a picking device was patented in 1850, and a stripper machine was patented in 1871, with a mechanical cotton picker being developed in 1930. And all of these machines helped to speed up the harvesting process of cotton. In 1966, the Cotton Research and Promotion Act of 1966 was passed to encourage consumers to buy natural fiber products over synthetic ones because people had kind of steered away from cotton. Since then, currently cotton still remains as one of the most widely worn fibers. So the impact that growing cotton has on mankind is from crop to finished product requires many chemicals. The chemicals that result from processing cotton and growing cotton is from pesticides as well as machine exhaust. The chemicals that are entering our atmosphere include 7 of the most carcinogenic chemicals, and these carcinogenic chemicals are what causes cancer and respiratory diseases in humans. It takes approximately 250 milliliters of dangerous chemicals just to produce one cotton shirt. And again, cotton accounts for over half of the population's clothing. So as you can see, for the world's cropland, cotton accounts for 2.4% of all cropland, but its effects are really large. So it makes up 24% of global insecticide use and 11% of all pesticide sales. So these slides are going to talk about steps taken to reduce air pollutants in the textile industry. And air pollutants are chemicals, biological material, or particulates that are emitted into the air and cause discomfort or harm to living things in the atmosphere. And the major air pollutants come from the finishing stages of the cotton making, where there are many different processes for finishing the fabrics. And the cotton industry emits larger amounts of particulates from the preparation, combing, and fabric manufacturing. And specific steps that the industry has taken so far to try and reduce these toxic emissions are Number one, first identifying the sources of the air pollution and quantifying emissions. And number two, decreasing emissions from or of organic solvents by changing to water-based products. Number three, to help the workers in the factory or any animals nearby, the chimney heights should be high enough to not release any air pollution into the vicinity of any living thing. And number four, using scrubbers to collect as much particulate matter as possible. And number five, designing and manufacturing products that do not produce toxic or hazardous air pollutants. In the possible future, if the cotton or textile industry does not fix the air pollution problem, could be the ozone pollutants and particulate pollutants, which are emitted from the textile industry, can be lung damaging, especially if people already have lung issues or breathing issues such as asthma. And the OECD is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and they predict that particulate pollution will kill 3.6 million people by 2050, and deaths by air pollution could pass the number of deaths by malaria if proper steps are not taken.